Welcome to our session on figures of speech. This session we are going to look at paradox and personification. Paradox and personification. What is a paradox as one of the figures of speech? A paradox is a statement that appears to contradict itself. Is a statement, but that statement appears, looks like it contradicts itself. It is interesting because it is false and true at the same time. You look at a statement and that statement appears to contradict, appears to go against itself. That is a paradox. Sometimes it can be true and false at the same time. So we say that is a paradox. For example, when you say the swiftest, that is the fastest traveler is one that goes afoot. Does it make any sense? That the swiftest traveler is one that goes afoot, one that goes on foot. Is it the fastest traveler? But at the same time, it can be true. It is false and true at the same time. Okay? Number two, if you wish to preserve your secret, wrap it up in frankness. You want to preserve your secret, but you have to wrap it up in frankness. That is openness. This is true and false at the same time. It's true and false. False in the sense that if you want to preserve your secret, you wrap it up in frankness. How can you say it in openness, in honesty? And you want to preserve it as a secret. But it's also true because if you want to actually keep secret, you have to be very frank to yourself. Okay? Paradox. Look at number 3. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. This is by George Orwell. War is peace. How can war be peace? Freedom is slavery. How can freedom be slavery? Ignorance is strength. How can ignorance be strength? Now, it is false and at the same time true. War is peace. Remember, if you want peace, you have to go for war. Sometimes you say, some people have said, some of the philosophers have said that if you want peace, you have to go for war. That's why I say peace is war. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. It's false and at the same time it's true. Okay? If you want peace, prepare for war. That is what. If you want peace, prepare for war. War is peace. Freedom is... There are some people that will not give you peace until you give them war. Until you fight them. War is peace. Freedom is slavery. Ignorance is strength. That is George Orwell. We are quoting that. That is a paradox. Look at number 4. At times, freedom is slavery. Waking is dreaming. Belief is doubt. Joy is pain. Death is life. So, whatever you are doing, you need not worry because you are also doing the opposite. That is by Gibran. Okay? Let's take it. Say, at times, freedom is slavery. You want to be free, but at the same time you get into slavery. Waking up is dreaming. Belief is doubt. Joy is pain. Death is life. So, whatever you are doing, you need not worry because you are also doing the opposite. By Gibran. Let's go to personification. What is personification as a figure of speech? Personification, that is when an inanimate object, that is an object that is not alive, an inanimate object, not an animal, it doesn't have life. When an inanimate object or abstraction is endowed with human qualities or abilities. You look at objects that are not animate, that are not alive, or an abstraction of it, you give it human qualities or abilities. That is what we call personification. For example, when you say, the wind stood up and gave a shout. Is it? The wind, you can wind. He said, the wind stood up and gave a shout. Fear knocked on the door. Faith answered. There was no one there. Faith answered. You are wind, you are giving wind a human quality. The wind stood up and gave a shout. Fear not, you are also giving fear a human quality. Knocked on the door. Faith answered. You are also giving faith a human quality of answering. There was no one there. Look at number 2. Death is not afraid to lay her icy hands on evil kings, queens, and presidents. Death. You are taking death to be a human being that will hold kings and queens and presidents. He said, death is not afraid to lay hold, to lay her icy hand on kings, on even kings, queens, and presidents. Let me read it. Death is not afraid to lay her icy hands on even kings, queens, and presidents. Look at number 3. Oh, look at the moon. She is shining up there. She. You are giving moon human quality. She is shining up there. And so that is personification. So we've been able to do paradox, a statement that appears to contradict itself. It can be true and at the same time false. So for example, the fastest traveler, the sweetest traveler is one that goes afoot. If you wish to preserve your secret, wrap it up in frankness. Or, war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. At hand, freedom is slavery, waking up is dreaming, belief is doubt, joy is pain, death is life. So whatever you are doing, you need not worry because you are also doing the opposite. Look at personification. When you give an inanimate object or attraction, when you give it human qualities or abilities. For example, when you say, the wind stood up and gave a shout. Fear knocked on the door. Faith answered. There was no one there. Or when you say, death is not afraid to lay her icy hands on evil kings, queens, and presidents. Or when you say, oh, look at the moon. She is shining up there. That's personification. So if you like our video, share, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to support our family-based adult literacy program. Share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up.